Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Daily Phone Podcast, where we discuss all things crypto market. That includes the majors like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, meme coins, and, of course, NFTs. Today, we're going to talk about the leaked Pump.Fun token sale details. We're going to talk about Trump's new blue chip crypto ETF and what buttons we are clicking today in this choppy market. I'm joined today by my boy, my dog, Easy Eats Bodega. Speaking of clicking buttons, tell me what you clicked this morning. We were talking about this a little bit pre-show.
I bought dog with hair on this 1,000 stream I do occasionally. And at the end of the 2 minutes, I have to sell it to either take profit or lose money because it's like a game. And I bought it at 55K, sold it at like 120K. It's now 1.34 million. Yeah, so it's about 50 Solana left on the table. Nothing like $7,500.
Wait, so you bought it here-ish?
55K.
Is this wait? Did you sell it at 600K?
No.
Is this
sold at 127K? Sometimes it does this on Bullets. I'm not sure why.
It must have missed a couple candles in between there.
Yeah, bought at 55, sold at 127. So I still made 127%.
You would have 10x alpha that.
Way more than 10x. Way more.
Well, 10x from like your sale.
Yeah. Oh yeah, would have 10x from the sale. So yeah, it would have been about 50 sold.
It's not stopping either. What is this?
No, it's a dog with hair. Pretty interesting.
First profile called on BONK. So it's a BONK coin. Dude, these things have been cooking. Let's go BONK Radium. These are my bags. Pump my bags.
Yeah,
love to see it.
Show them high.
I'm gonna look at Neo on BullX over here. Bodoggers.com/BullX. If you haven't signed up yet, a lot of these are like Radium tokens. Like
most of them are.
Yeah, this is interesting. This is very interesting. I know we've been talking about it, but like it really is happening. There's a lot of volume on these tokens. And I kind of said it, like these platforms need developers launching on them, and it seems like developers are launching on Radium. There may be actually a migration, even though we have all this Pump.Fun news that we're going to talk about during the show. Very interesting. We're going to do the weather report here in a second. I'm going to send Easy. I'm going to send you over the link for the weather report. I actually got some music to play today too, so we're going to have a little fun with the weather report. But before we do, we're going to give a big shout out to the sponsor of today's show, to partner of today's show, Gemini. Did you know credit card points?
You can use code EASY. Hey, let me do this, Ray. You can use code EASY when you sign up and earn BONK. So the token I'm most bullish on. If you use code EASY, you earn $100 of BONK. If you did this like a month ago, that $100 would be like 1,000 now. Just saying, probably not actually that much. But besides the point,
Easy's talking about a different offering for this. He's talking about the exchange offering. We're talking today about the credit card. Did you know your credit card points and miles can lose value to inflation while they collect dust? Credit card companies often reduce the redemption value of your points and miles. Imagine a credit card with rewards that can grow in value. With the Gemini credit card, you can earn Bitcoin or one of over 50 other cryptos instantly with no annual fee. Every swipe at the store or gas pump earns you instant rewards deposited straight into your account. Plus, sign up today, $200 additional Bitcoin to kickstart your rewards. Go to bodoggers.com/Gemini today to get that offer. Again, if you're looking for an easy way to invest in Bitcoin, the Gemini credit card makes it easy with a capital E. Love it. Love it. We saw that golf offer they had as well, up to $250 worth of rewards on golf at like a pretty high rate. Pretty high rate there. That being said, let's kick it off a little weather report action here. I got some music today. I found some music.
Huge. Let's dive into it here. News stories of the day, Tuesday, July 8th. Why's my camera doing that?
Did my music break your camera?
I don't know. My camera's geeking right now. I don't know why. Whatever.
Like,
we're here Tuesday, July 8th, looking over the crypto roundup. It's all pixelated and shit. The majors are up on the day with Bitcoin just under 109K, ETH almost at 2,600, Solana at 152, and Hype just over $38. We love to see that. Gate.com briefly released a landing page for the Pump.Fun token before taking it down. The website showed a 1 trillion token supply with 150 billion tokens up for sale at 0.004 per token, roughly a $4 billion FDV. Next up, busy day for Bitcoin treasury companies as MetaPlanet announced their second phase of the Bitcoin strategy, which involves using their cash flow to purchase a cash flow positive companies, initially targeting digital banks. So it looks like MetaPlanet is trying to acquire, seize the day, and manage the situation. MicroStrategy also announced a $4.2 billion at-the-market offering for Stride, right? Is that STRD?
STRD.
Stride to raise capital to purchase additional Bitcoin. They just keep on buying the coins. And finally, news broke the morning that Truth Social filed for a crypto blue chip ETF. And the fund will initially hold Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, and of all things, Cronos. Wonder how much Crypto.com paid to be included in that one. But hey, got to give credit where credit is due. Back to you in the stew.
Excellent weather report as always. Easy. We're gonna look at Cronos right now, up 12% on the day, giga candled off this news. This feels like that weird announcement. Remember, they're like, we're gonna include all these random tokens in the U.S. Like strategic crypto reserve. Yep. Like Cronos just feels so odd there.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing.
9.15 FDV, 2.84 billion market cap. Number 34 token right now. This is what Crypto.com's like token.
Yes, Crypto.com token.
Is there any use for this? Like, what? How does I haven't even heard of this token. Like, I mean, I've seen it, but like, I've never once considered this token in my life.
No, yeah, I'm good on that. 1 second, I'm gonna restart my camera because this is bothering the shit out of me.
It's all good. Looking here, it says the CRO blockchain serves primarily as a vehicle that powers Crypto.com Pay mobile payments app. So it looks like CRO token is powering, it's the native token of the Cronos chain, which powers Crypto.com's mobile payments. Interesting. So what does this look like all time on this chart here?
The chart doesn't look good, Ray.
Yeah, so this thing got up to 17 bill at all-time highs last cycle, down to 2.8 bill. Ran to 5 bill after the election on the post-election pump, retraced 50%, up a little bit today. This is a very odd inclusion in crypto blue chips. So I have to imagine, yeah, this is like straight lobbying. Like I can't imagine that the White House sat there and said, hey, you know what we need to include in our blue chips? This one everyone's sleeping on. It's Cronos, it's CRO. That's the one. All right. So interesting addition there to the ETF. We also talked about the Pump.Fun token sale. So this one is super interesting to me. I was seeing a decent amount of like FUD on this token sale on the timeline. I believe it was Farouk who posted a poll essentially asking if people were going to participate in this. And I believe it came to like almost 85% of people saying they would not participate in the token sale. Yeah, 84% no, 16% yes. Buying Pump.Fun at a 4 billion FDV. Easy. Are you buying Pump.Fun tokens at a 4 billion FDV if they go live this week?
I think he almost like, I want to now. I want to. I'm like tempted to. Because I look at this and I'm like, okay, so this becomes a tad bit interesting to me here. A tad bit interesting. Purely because it's like, when I look at it, I'm kind of just like, if nobody else is buying this, I feel like it's going to go up. Like the counter trade sentiment is very real.
Crypto Twitter is often very, very wrong. And if you're trading against consensus, it makes a lot of sense. Yudi had some takes on this. Why do people think 40 billion for Hyperliquid is too low, but 4 billion for Pump.Fun is too high? I know Hyperliquid is very consensus trade. Very consensus trade right now. Ansem provides
that feels like spot on.
Yeah, and Ansem defends Hyperliquid here, saying the perps are have a more defensible moat than meme coins. Hyperliquid activity trending upwards while Pump.Fun is trending down. More competition in the launchpad space versus with perp dexes, and a lot of initial demand will be absorbed by pre-sale and VCs. So a couple arguments for why people believe this in terms of hype being 10x the FDV of Pump.Fun. I think the competition is real. Like, I don't know if Pump.Fun has a true moat, and we're seeing this like right now with Radium, kind of like, I mean, I know it's only been a handful of days, but Launch Labs, or sorry, not Let's BONK is basically like kind of eating their lunch over the last, handful of days, last week. And developers go where volume and liquidity is. And by developers, I mean people launching shitcoins. So
devs, high quality developers.
So like there's a non-zero chance that, like, I mean, I know they have a lot of capital, so like they definitely can do some things around it, but there's a non-zero chance that Pump.Fun just loses their first mover advantage. So that's a concern for me. But I'm kind of in your camp where I want to fade this, 80%, 84% of crypto Twitter saying they're not interested here.
Yeah. That's what I look at. I'm like, if the majority of crypto Twitter doesn't want to buy it, I want to buy it.
Yep, that makes sense.
Like it's way more interesting. I don't know. Am I wrong to think that?
No, I think you're spot on. Also yesterday, zooming out a little bit, looking at macro, we saw that the U.S. started issuing more tariffs. Japan and South Korea got 25% tariff letters for August 1st. Market retraced briefly, but is up on the day. What do you make of our macro situation right now, Easy? Bitcoin's almost at 109K again.
I almost just want to like wait. Like we continue to want to like trade, and obviously I still trade a lot of this because I personally like trading chop, but like if you're not good at having tight stop losses and set targets and like want to watch a chart all the time, this market is not for you because it just continues to go up then down then up then down in like a very finite range. So it's almost like you're better off finding other opportunities that are not this, like dog with hair.
Dog with hair is so good. I can't believe you hit that. Yeah, I mean,
I'm not happy about it.
Just more chop in the markets. Like it feels like we keep kicking this tariff can down the road, and it's never going to get settled, or eventually, I don't know. It just seems like something that's always going to be hanging over our heads. Like, do markets send when this finally like resolves, and how does it actually resolve?
I mean, they just lock in the tariff situation and stop saying like we're gonna keep waiting and extending this and doing this. They just kind of say like, yeah, this is the situation finally. You know what I mean? Like we'll get that eventually, but right now it's like you have all this trade war drama on the timeline, and it's crazy because the trade war drama has to do with our president. So it's really tough to say like, yeah, I think this is the end of it, or this is just a start, or all that stuff, because you're kind of just at the mercy of the president making decisions which seem kind of irrational at times. Like that's the tough part.
Yep, that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's so hard to like trade in this market because you don't know which way he's going. Like positive crypto regulation, tariffs like crushing global macro. His own companies are now buying Cronos. Like it's like so.
The Cronos buy is insane.
It's so unpredictable. Oh man! Speaking of ETFs and equities, we talked about MicroStrategy and MetaPlanet being treasury companies. Here's a new, like kind of a different treasury company. We're actually working with these guys. We haven't kicked off our partnership yet, but they released big news with a deal here. So this is Streamex. Basically, they merged with BioSig Technologies. This is a medical device company, and they signed a 1.15 raise here. They're basically doing RWA tokenization on the blockchain on Solana. So $100 million convertible notes, $1 billion in credit equity, led by Cantor Fitzgerald and others. I've got the full write up here. Basically looking to launch gold-backed treasury management strategy and expand RWA tokenization. So RWA was pretty popular. I want to say like 6 months to a year ago. We saw a lot of RWA. You saw like Ondo Finance, some of these other companies pop up. This one's interesting. I think it's a team behind. What are the Solana NFTs, the real estate ones?
Parcel.
Yeah. Some of the Parcel team is working on this too. But this thing's been cooking since they merged. I was looking at this the other day, like maybe a month ago. This is like sub $2, now up to $12 after this press release, $14 pre-market. So another one of these treasury companies that gets like an acquisition and did a little bit of a run. So I wanted to highlight that. We also had another interesting play here. Digital. They ended up selling all of their Bitcoin to buy ETH. So like, they just like full stack $28 million worth of Bitcoin, raised 172 million from public offering, and then full stacked $192 million worth of ETH.
Have they deployed it all?
Yeah, it says they just acquired $192 million worth of ETH after raising and selling their Bitcoin holdings. So
that's insane.
BTC. Yeah.
How's the ticker doing?
We're gonna take a look here. So this one's a little choppy. Digital. I mean, it's down from local lows or local highs last year, but I mean, it's doing almost a 2x from the bottom as of a week ago. So I guess the market liked the conversion or the raise or some combination of. We were at $1.95. Now we're trading pre-market at $3.85.
Not bad.
That one's interesting as well. Like we're continuing to see like all these. How many crypto equities are we gonna have out here? Like these
I'm like so checked out on them, dude. Like I'm just so uninterested. Is it bad that I'm uninterested? Like I just don't find them. Like I don't wake up saying like, "Holy shit, another equity company. Let's fucking go." You know?
Yeah, I mean, unless you're doing something like new and novel, I don't think it makes a ton of sense. Like it's just a lot of noise. Like this is just like a treasury asset shift. Like I mean, the Streamex is at least doing like something different with RWAs. If you're talking about just like pure equity, like treasury plays, like I think there's only 3 that I'm interested in, and it's CEP, which I still haven't bought.
Yeah. Why not?
It's MSTR, which I own, and it's MetaPlanet, which I don't own, and I don't know if I'm going to buy, but I think I'm going to buy some CEP in the coming weeks. I think is my game plan. MSTR is just living here at $400 basically over the last 3 months. They just had that big $4.2 billion announcement on the Stride raise. Pio was telling me all about that this morning. I want to give Pio's take. Since he's not here, I'm going to give a little bit of Pio's take here. Now he has 4. Sailor now has 4 at the markets to raise capital from. MicroStrategy's main stock, MSTR, Strike, Strife, and Stride. Convertible bonds. MicroStrategy is the Bitcoin of Bitcoin treasury companies, essentially the gold chip, and he's only interested in basically the same 3 that I'm in: MSTR, CEP, and MetaPlanet. So like he's kind of the same mind frame there. I know this is me just absorbing Pio's takes, but I think I'm in.
He's slowly converting you and Clemente, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I've always kind of liked MicroStrategy. I mean, I bought it last November at Pico Top, essentially. Like I bought it like up here above the wick somehow. And I'm like very interested about Cantor. I do think that these companies, it's like getting in on like the new version of banking, like at the beginning is my thought process. Like when I really zoom out and like try to like extrapolate what this potentially could be, it's like getting in on like the new global banking system at the bottom. So like that's my like overarching thesis that is like
he hates that I don't care about it. Like I don't care.
Does. Yeah, like, I mean, but there's
like one day I can reach, but I'm like,
But the thing is with these, I think it's very like it's very legit to not care. Like this might not play out. Like it's a risk that like if you do risk adjusted return, maybe it just doesn't make sense for you based on what you think could happen and what the return could be. So yeah, 2 different opinions on these. I'm gonna go through some quick hitters here. We can dive into maybe some more degen stuff. So if you want to subscribe to the Bodogos Daily Bone newsletter, you can sign up at dailybone.com. You get all this information sent out Monday through Saturday, Saturday being a recap of the previous week, right to your inbox every morning, 8 a.m. Eastern time, written by yours truly. Give us some love. Go over there, sign up, subscribe to the newsletter. It's free, absolutely free. Alpha in there every day. Quick hitters
totally
today.
Free.
White House will release its next crypto report on July 22nd. Ripple's CEO Brad Garlinghouse was invited to testify before the Senate Banking Committee. The U.S. Secret Service launched an initiative to combat crypto scams, and the U.S. dropped their appeal in the Tornado Cash case. Fidelity's Solana ETF got delayed, which was expected, and the U.S. government moved $200,000 worth of ETH to Coinbase. this ETH was confiscated from a crypto scam. So that's all of the quick hitters for today. Next subject I do want to touch on, though, in terms of like deeper dive, is the RekPaper. Did you take a look at the RekPaper yesterday?
I didn't get to read it yet. I didn't get to read it yet. I want to.
Yeah, so I can do like a quick synopsis here. So basically, this is the REKT token, REKT brands, REKT drinks, REKT NFTs. If you're not familiar, I don't know how you could be listening to the show and not familiar. But essentially, OSF released the white paper or RekPaper for the REKT token, and essentially they're calling this crypto's first brand coin. And a brand coin essentially is like a subset of meme coins where you can bet on a brand, and brand equity is what he's calling it, saying that as REKT grows, the value of this token should essentially grow as the brand equity of REKT grows. So he compares it to like traditional markets. Like if you have a Nike, you have all of their assets that like you can add up. You have their sales, their revenue, etc. But when you're selling Nike, there's a different component that goes with the company. It's the brand. The brand has some sort of value to it that's intrinsic, that is measured, outside of dollars and like balance sheets and sales. So that brand equity is what he's trying to capture with the REKT token. And with REKT, essentially, he's saying like you can never really like participate in like early stage brands and like benefit from them. You're basically just a customer. So with REKT, when you're buying drinks, you're earning token, you're also getting upside on the brand equity. And it's a liquid market where you can trade it. They're very clear to say like there's no utility to this. They're not doing anything with it. It's like literally just like essentially goodwill brand equity. So that's how he's placing this token. I thought it was very interesting. It's a good read if you want to check it out. I'll pin it to the space here. But essentially talking about all the different benefits of a brand coin. He's saying like the visibility is real time and public. The ownership is community owned. It's freely tradable liquidity. He brings up like some brands have like loyalty points, but theirs are all like gated off and closed. You can't trade them. The brand is it's centralized, so they get to choose like if they want to issue more or issue less or change what rewards could potentially be. Everything in terms of REKT token is freely tradable and decentralized. So yeah, I mean, this is very interesting. What are your thoughts on REKT? And is potentially REKT undervalued here? Is this?
I love REKT. I think it's very interesting.
I kind of do too, and I kind of like I'm wondering why I don't have any exposure. Like I should have some exposure to this.
Same.
Where am I looking?
Very much so. Same.
REKT on ETH here. So we're looking at $153 million market cap on REKT. This thing is up off the bottoms of $20 million as recent as April. 8x since April on REKT. I mean, we're approaching all-time highs. They continue to sell out their drinks. I think they have a good flywheel. I think that like it makes a lot of sense. He goes over the flywheel in this post, basically saying that drinks selling out increases the attention of REKT. The price of REKT goes up. The amount of rewards you get dollar-wise for selling drinks goes up. The demand for the drinks go up because the reward amount goes up, and then the drinks sell out again, and it's kind of like rinse and repeat. So it's like a way to. I just think this is so fascinating as like a way for brands to kickstart their product and like initial marketing. I think they have 36% of token like earmarked for rewards for drink sales. So,
which is smart. It's a flywheel that basically like leads sales, which leads to more capital when you can prove that you have sales.
Yep. And then even if everyone is only buying these to get token, if they're like, yo, it's EV positive to buy these, I'm making money buying these drinks. Like eventually the product is going to get out in the wild. People are going to drink these. People are going to talk about them. Like it's just very interesting. And I think we see more of this coming out. And I think they're going to be leaders in this category. So I'm like convincing 100%. Myself more and more that I just need to buy REKT and mess up.
Well, why would you want to buy REKT and not like a Rektguy?
Yeah, actually, that's an interesting call too. Let's take a look at Rektguys.
I asked that because like if this whole play is on brand equity, why would you not want to be able to get something like that where it's like now it's like I like the comparison to Nike because there's intrinsic value on Nike, right? When you have a pair of Nikes, people see it, it's a status item. That's kind of the bet you're making. And I think that is really interesting. But then it's also like, yeah, so why would you not buy like the digital collectible asset that's like a first edition Nike?
Yeah, I think that makes a ton of sense. I'm gonna buy one right now.
But I don't think these are like overnight flips, you know? Like,
I agree.
this is something you tuck away and forget you own for a while. And if REKT continues to go parabolic and keep crushing, which I'm confident they will, then you have a first edition Nike.
All right, we're buying a Rektguy live on OpenSea. We just did it. Congrats, you got it. You convinced me. Didn't you twist my arm there?
I know. It was a very hard, convincing path.
I have been wanting to buy REKT token, but I think I agree with you that REKT guys might make more sense.
I just think like I like their comparison to like brand equity, which I've been like, that's smart.
Yeah, I think I agree. Sir Pink in the crowd says Rektguy doesn't get you wrecked. However, it will be a long-term flip. Yeah, I agree. I think like as REKT goes up, REKT guys go up. REKT might like do better. Like if you're doing like short-term trading on it, it might do better. Like you might 2x a REKT before you 2x a Rektguy. But I think I like holding the NFT with a limited supply more so than the liquid token right now.
It's just if there's any comparison to the argument to be made of like this, you're buying into the belief that the REKT drinks, like I said, continues to accrue value because of like inherent interest, then the thesis is like now you're just buying a first edition Nike.
That makes a ton of sense. Have you done your rewards today?
I have not. I need to.
Ooh, I just got one for that.
See? So now you picked up something dope and got a goodie.
Yeah, 50 XP. I like the little ding it makes. Ding ding.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a good sound. They did good on the sound effect.
I'm gonna buy some more. I'm gonna buy another $50 worth of SPX too while we're here. Anytime there's a token quest, I always just buy more SPX. It's my way of DCAing into it slowly. And I get
Smart
roasted on the show for buying it every time.
Every time.
Everyone
Never
says,
fails.
"More SPX? Why are you doing that? How about that SPX buy at all-time high?"
Yeah, that was something. I'm not gonna lie, that was something.
All right, I mean a couple plays. Easy. What are you looking at today? Like this Pump.Fun stuff is interesting. Is it gonna? Do you have any thoughts on like if it's gonna pull liquidity out of meme coins or
I don't think it will. I think a lot of people. I mean, dude, how many people are not participating? You know what I mean? So like, you really think we're gonna have a ton of liquidity siphoned out if so many people don't want to even participate? I don't know. I think if anything, it's gonna bring new liquidity in because it's not gonna be the usual forces who are playing into the Pump.Fun token.
Interesting. Well, bring new liquidity in. So like people are gonna buy Pump.Fun token, essentially is what you're saying.
Yeah, not the traditional trenchers.
Right. But
because they're all hoping for a fat allocation of like airdrop eventually.
Right. So like my thought is so a bunch of non-trenchers are buying it at the market during the sale. Money goes in. They're not selling it. They're not flipping it for like a 1.5x.
No.
Then all the trenchers get airdropped based on their volume later.
Yep.
And then those people sell into the liquidity provided by those initial buyers. And that's where the additional liquidity is coming from.
Yep.
Interesting. Yeah, but I mean,
that's my thought.
Look at the meme coins. Like everything seems like pretty red on the day. Like,
yeah, I mean, dude, you had a parabolic run this weekend. What goes up has to come down at some point.
Yeah, majors up on the day a little bit. Meme coins just down, holding steady. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's like right now. It's just kind of like survive. I've said it a bunch. Like, there's no trade is a trade. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of people overthink that, where it's like you don't have to be taking action right now. I think the best value accrual right now is just stay involved and wait. Let the market, like we're chopping on majors. memes have basically no liquidity. If you were around this weekend, you could have traded BONK tokens and printed because like every single one of them was running. But at the same time, even if you missed that trade, it lasted 24 to 48 hours, you know? So now it's just kind of like, what's next? Or like, what are people excited for next? Where I don't think there needs to be a sprint towards something new, or in this case, you don't need to sprint to make a trade.
Yeah. I think staying liquid right now is interesting. Like we're not having like a heavy pullback on memes. I mean, they're just down slightly on the day. Yeah, I'm over.
I mean,
I'm I'm sitting over 50% stable, so I'm just like waiting around for plays essentially. And there's nothing that I mean, the REK stuff is interesting. That's like a long-term hold that I want to add into. I may still add REK token, but I got the Rektguy now that I have at least some exposure while we're sitting here. Fatty says,
I think it's smart.
900 Fartcoin and useless.
I don't want to buy useless here.
Yeah, it feels like it's very hot, and
this is a perfect opportunity for you to blast useless, though.
I mean, now I don't buy red candles. I only buy green candles. I would have bought like here. I would have bought at 261, and I'd be down 5%. Interesting.
I don't know, man. I'm just like, I'm not really doing much. I'm trading perps, but not like a ton. It's just like perps just give me a way to click buttons, you know?
Yeah. They fulfill your button clicking addiction essentially.
Yeah, it just kind of makes it so I don't buy a bunch of other dumb shit like dog with hair.
What is dog with hair at now? 1 mil?
I don't know. What's it at?
I don't know. So I shouldn't refresh.
I don't even want to look at the stupid thing.
I kind of do.
I'm glad my pain brings you joy, Raymond.
930K.
Okay, so down a little bit. Hit 1.3.
Dev sold Pico top. $900.
Of course he did. Dev sold Pico top. Great. Awesome.
Love to see that. All right. Anything you want to talk about before we wrap up today? I think today's going to be a shorter show. Not a ton in the
Today's
news
got to be short, dude. The market's dead right now. It's like we could yap about nothing for a long time. I mean, dude, the most interesting thing to me here would probably truthfully be buying BONK continuously. It's 3x off all-time highs. It's got like the most of the flywheel stuff, I think, comparatively to anything else. Like from Let's BONK to the ETP to a whole bunch of other shit. So I'm just like, what? Like I look at the hyper liquid flywheel that everyone goes crazy about, and I'm like, dude, the BONK one seems to be better. I don't know. I'm buying BONK.
I mean, does BONK get the new all-time highs?
Hopefully.
Do you think if we had another meme coin super cycle, BONK would get back to new all-time highs? That's a 3x.
I don't even think it needs another meme coin super cycle. I think it has enough catalyst to send it there regardless.
Is this a thing?
Like,
you're
gonna have Huh? Once they have 1 million holders of the token, they're burning 1 trillion tokens.
Interesting. So where can you buy this on the? I guess it's really only mainnet, right? Or no, you can go on Solana.
Well, no, it's on Hyperliquid.
This is Solana, so couldn't you just spawn up like 1 million wallets?
Yeah.
Who's doing this? Who's making this tech? Just spin up a bunch of wallets, hit that 1 million holder, get that burn, cash out.
I mean, exactly. I'm surprised that hasn't happened yet.
I want to look at the total holders here. Let's pop this up. What's your guess on number of holders for BONK?
965,000.
Wow.
How close am I?
900.
Yeah, because I saw the number yesterday.
950. I was gonna say, I didn't realize it was that close to 1 million. That's only 50K. 950,000.
I was like, really? I was 5K off.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Saw the number.
I was like 965. Wow, that's almost spot on. As if you didn't see it yesterday.
Nice work, Easy. And how many tokens? So like, what percentage of the supply is a 1 trillion burn? Current supply is looking at 1,000 million billion. I mean, so it's only 1/88th of the supply. I mean, still over 1%.
Yeah, which like that's solid.
Yeah, for a token at a $2 billion market cap.
Yep,
that makes sense.
Yes, sir.
I have a long open on BONK right now. I'm essentially at my entry. We've been kind of moving up, moving down there. I also bought Radium, kind of on the back of this
I like
push.
the Radium buy.
I feel like
the Radium buy.
Yeah, I mean, your thesis with Radium was with Pump.Fun. It was like the LP for Pump.Fun, and Pump.Fun continued to ran. So if we do see, let's BONK continue to surpass Pump.Fun, which is not a guarantee, but as long as they continue to do like real volume, I just don't see how Radium should be sitting where it is my thought process.
Agreed. Like actually completely agreed. All right,
that's going to do it.
I think that's going to do it for today's episode. Whatever. Have a beautiful day. We'll be back again tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern time. Short show today. Hopefully we get more shit to yap about tomorrow. I think we will. I hope we will. Comment in the chat below if you want Sea-Dog to wake up at 5:30 in the morning and join the show. That's what we really need. Yeah, I mean, Ray, you know what I think we should do tomorrow? I think we should look at new chains.
Tomorrow too.
Okay. Then maybe the next time it's just you and me, we should just look at new chains and just see if there's interesting shit.
Look at like
find some random fucking chains.
I want to play with Katana. Maybe we can do that.
Katana's interesting. I say we look at the Kaido leaderboard for pre-TGE and look at if anything there's even remotely interesting. That's what I think we do. I think we get weird.
I like it. We'll do that. Well, thank you all for joining. It's been a great Tuesday. Sorry to cut it short, but we'll be back tomorrow. You can catch us on all major podcasting platforms. Catch us on Spotify, Apple. Watch us back on YouTube. See what we're talking about in real time. Thanks.